My beloved child, pause for a moment and listen with the deepest part of your being. For what I am about to speak does not belong to the ordinary layers of your thoughts. This is not coincidence, not an emotional stirring, and certainly not a vague impulse from an unstable heart. This is a heaven-marked moment, a pivot in time where I step into your life with the authority of the one who authors every season. You are standing in the middle of a shift where the melody of your life is about to change key. Not gently or gradually, but in the unmistakable way of a true new season. I am unveiling the heavenly composition written for you before time began. A composition you have only sensed through faint intuition until now. But today I want you to hear each rhythm clearly. See each sign precisely and prepare yourself for the movement that is coming. For I am bringing a person, one who carries my breath, one who bears my imprint into your life as a spiritual doorway into a new chapter. This person is not coming to fill an emotional gap, not coming to soothe loneliness, not coming out of human demand, but coming by heaven's assignment, and their arrival will cause the inner rhythm of your life to resonate at a different frequency. I want you to look beyond the limits of logic, beyond the way you usually interpret the events of your life. You have walked through a long season with admirable endurance. Yet it has also been a season where your soul slowed to the point of hardly moving. You did what was right, kept your heart straight. But parts of you have been asleep, waiting for a signal to awaken. I will not let you stay in that compressed state. Because the moment I appointed for you has come. And when I shift a season, I do not send an event. I send a person. That person becomes the spark, the turning point, the pivot, the new note in the music of heaven. You will recognize them not with your eyes, but with the stirring in your soul. It is a knowing that rises from deep within. A recognition that needs no explanation. And that recognition is my hand tapping the rhythm of destiny upon your life. Do not misunderstand. This person is not coming to replace me. For no one can hold my place in your life. They come to unlock the parts one planted in you long ago. Parts that have not yet had their time to bloom. There are spiritual seeds within you that have been dormant for years. And only the right resonance, right person that clears throat, right rhythm, right season can awaken them. That is why I send a person, one I have prepared long before sending them to you. When they come near, you will feel yourself expand on the inside. Not in the shallow way of earthly romance, but in the profound depth of spiritual awakening. Their presence shifts the atmosphere around you. Their words carry a depth unlike anything you have heard before. Their eyes hold a weight that touches your spirit in ways you cannot easily explain. Because they are not a passerby, they are one who has been sent. And that single truth changes everything. Let me make it even clearer. For a long time, the melody of your life has been stuck in a predictable loop. You were not wrong, but you were not soaring. You were on the right path, but not yet in the brilliance of your destiny. You walked faithfully, but had not yet touched breakthrough. I do not blame you for this, but I know it is time to turn the page for you. And when I turn a page, I do not merely add new notes. I send someone who carries my breath to mark the new season. This person is a doorway, and you will sense that from the very first moment. Every word they speak will feel like a familiar truth wrapped in new clarity. Every small interaction will cause your heart to resonate on a deeper frequency. This is not emotional reaction. It is spiritual convergence. Prepare your faith, because what I am doing in this time will not follow familiar patterns. It will come through surprise, through shifts you cannot create on your own, and through the way I place you into a larger reality than you have ever imagined. I want you to enter this chapter not with fear but with full openness. Do not let old experiences make you hesitant toward what I am bringing. Do not let the past cause you to doubt the new. Do not let excessive caution shrink the space I am opening for you. When this person appears, I want you to see with spiritual eyes before natural ones. Watch the movement of your inner breath, for its shift will be my whisper. Stand firm in awakeness. Look deeply into the signs and know that this is not merely the arrival of a person, but an invitation into a new trajectory for your entire life. Enter this part of your journey with an expanded heart. For what I am about to speak is not merely to be heard, but to prepare your soul to receive a movement already written in heaven's calendar. Not every season is announced beforehand, but the destiny-shifting ones are always preceded by my word. And now I want you to understand you. You are not just standing at the edge of change. You are standing before a promise with prophetic markings. A divinely orchestrated event long prepared. And the person I am sending is the key. Some doors open through obedience, but some doors open only through the person I choose. This individual comes as a heaven-sent mandate, a quiet messenger stepping upon the music of heaven, carrying the opening note of a new chapter for your life. You do not need to guess, fear, or overinterpret. You simply need to remain awake and receive what I have already ordained. The appearance of that person will not be loud, but it will carry the weight of heaven. You will not hear thunder, yet you will sense an inner rhythm shifting. You will not see the sky split open, yet something deep within your soul will affirm with unusual clarity. This is the one I told you about. I do not move by display. I move by signs. I do not send random interactions. I send prophetic intersections, and this intersection, remember well, was written into the score of heaven long before now. That person does not come to teach you a small lesson but to activate a spiritual capacity that has been asleep within you. I placed in them a fragment of melody designed to resonate with the fragment I placed in you. And when those melodies meet, a new movement opens. And from that moment, the harmony of destiny begins to rise more clearly than ever. Do you understand why I say that this person carries my breath? Because only someone who carries the breath of the divine can touch precisely the place I desire to awaken in you. They do not arrive by human effort. They arrive by the leading of my spirit. Every step they take is held within providence. Every word they speak carries awakening force. Every interaction between the two of you will not be curiosity but resonance. When they speak, you will feel as though you are listening not to a person but to a turning of seasons. When they look at you, you will feel as if I am setting my eyes upon the deepest parts of you and parts you do not let anyone touch, yet have longed for me to awaken. And when they draw near, you will feel a spiritual certainty rise within you. A certainty so strong that you cannot deny it, even if your mind has not yet caught up. There are moments I use to confirm what I am doing, and I will give you such moments. Peace will come before logic. Light will come before analysis. The rhythm in your soul will shift before you realize what is happening. You will feel yourself stepping into a cadence you have never walked in before. The cadence of being led, the cadence of being opened, the cadence of being pulled closer to the center of my intention. This is what I have long waited to do in you. Not for you to walk by your own effort, but to walk by the rising melody of heaven. And this person is the one I am using to strike the first note. Prepare your heart by faith. For faith is the vessel that can contain the intervention that is coming. You cannot receive what I give through fear nor through doubt. You must receive with the confidence that I am operating according to my own intention. This is not a matter of emotion nor the romantic tone of an earthly story. This is a matter of destiny. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give and it will be given to you. Is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. That person will come as a seal, a call, a confirmation that you are stepping into a new movement of the song. And what you must do is not control but open, not guess, but recognize, not protect yourself, but stand within my protection. I want you to know this. I am not sending this person to test you. I am sending them to lead you into the next chapter. They are a door opener, not a disruptor. They are the one who brings you back into rhythm, not the one who throws you off course. They are the one I am using to clarify what has been blurry in your life for so long that you have entered the season of great change. This change does not come through striving. It comes through alignment. They will help you see more clearly what I want you to see. They will help you hear more clearly what I want you to hear. They will help you step more fully into what I have been planting in you over the years. Believe this. When I send a person, I never send the wrong one. When I choose someone, I never choose by mistake. When I mark a season, that season cannot be delayed. And when I open a door, no force can close it. This is what I am doing in your life. An intervention from heaven flowing through a person who belongs to me to realign the entire trajectory of your life according to the song I have written. Step into this rhythm as though stepping into a room whose air, light and breath I have prepared for you. This is not a moment of warning. This is the moment of training, activation, and invitation. As I prepare you tangibly for the new season, I am opening. What I speak is not only spiritual, it is intimately tied to your daily life. For if a season shift does not touch your reality, it is not a true season shift. I want you to hear with your soul, see with your eyes, and live with actions. For the one I send is not coming only to influence your spiritual atmosphere, but to step into the flow of your actual life and to receive the fullness of my intention. You must know how to prepare in the rhythms you live each day. Listen to my words with the focus of someone standing before a great door. Let them sink into the smallest choices you will face daily. In the ordinary patterns of life, there are places where you must learn to be sensitive to the signs I weave in. When you wake in the morning, begin with a simple thought. Today is the day He is preparing me for the shift. A whisper like that is enough to reset the compass of your spirit. When you step into your work, I want you to move in a posture of openness, not allowing familiar pressures to compress your awareness. Pay attention to the people who unexpectedly cross your path. A word of encouragement, an unplanned act of help, a moment of unusual peace. These seemingly small things are the rhythms I am tapping into the space around you. When your heart trembles slightly in a moment that seems ordinary, pause for a second to recognize that trembling is not random. It is a signal. And when you can discern these small signals, you will not miss the great sign when the one I sent steps into your life. I also want to train you in the way you face your own emotions. In this season, your emotions are no longer something to suppress or dismiss. They are spiritual data, a sudden warmth without explanation, an unexpected peace in the middle of an exhausting afternoon, a longing for deeper encounter right in the midst of your busy hours. All of these are signals that I am drawing you closer to my heart. Pay attention to the conversations that make you feel lifted, that clear your mind instead of weighing it down. Also, notice the moments when you feel yourself being pulled forward even though no one is urging you. That is how I train you directly through your emotions. So that when the one I send touches a certain place within you, you will not panic or retreat. But recognize this is heaven's rhythm. I also want you to look at your daily rhythms to prepare your inner space. When you eat, eat in peace. For peace is the environment I use to plant my word. When you work, work with order. For order opens the way for light. When you rest, rest intentionally. For rest is where I restore your soul. And when you step into moments of silence, pay attention to what I bring up within you. I do not always speak loudly, but I always speak accurately. And when I speak accurately, even a little sensitivity on your part will allow you to see the map inside you shifting day by day. Look again at the relationships around you. There are people I have invited to step out of your life to create space for the ones I am sending. There are conversations that suddenly fade. Not because of your fault, but because their season has ended. There are connections that no longer feel aligned. Not because you have become difficult, but because I am raising the frequency of your spirit. When you feel you no longer belong in old environments for reasons you cannot explain, that is not instability. That is separation. I am pulling you away from rhythms that no longer fit so that I may prepare space for the new. And when the one arrives, you will understand why the separations were necessary. I want to activate something essential within you. The ability to open your heart at the right time. You once closed your heart because of loss, misunderstanding, wounds, betrayal. That was not wrong. But you cannot enter a new season with a locked heart. The one I send carries my breath. If you let old fears stand between you and them, you will miss the opening I have written for you. I am not asking you to open your heart to everyone. I am asking you to open it when I knock. And when that person appears, you will know it is my knock. Not by haste, but by certainty. Not by infatuation, but by recognition. Not by the need to be loved, but by the call of destiny. In your work, I want you to develop the habit of stepping into each task with the question, how does this relate to the preparation for my new season? When you work with that posture, you will see me leading you into skills, perspectives, and opportunities that build the foundation for the chapter ahead. The skills you learned in the old season will not be wasted. They will be the tools you carry into the transition. But I will also give you new skills. Those that belong to the role you are about to step into. Do not underestimate the small things I teach you. A simple instruction may become a key. A small adjustment in attitude may become a foundation. A moment of truthfulness with yourself may unlock a greater breakthrough. In the spiritual realm, I want you to open yourself every day to be led by me. Take a few minutes each morning to ask, Father, what do you want me to be sensitive to today? That question will reset your rhythm. You will see me lead you through the smallest details, an intuition, a peace that comes when you think of someone, a gentle urge to shift a habit, a sudden clarity about something that once confused you. These are not coincidences. They are part of the training. And when you follow each small sign, you will not be surprised when that day comes. The day the one who carries my breath steps into your life like a door opening into an entire season. Finally, I want to activate within you a holy expectancy. Not a restless one, not an impatient one, but the expectancy of someone who knows heaven has marked this time. When you live with this expectancy, you will see meaning in every small change. You will know how to listen to the signals of my spirit. You will perceive spiritual movement before your natural eyes see it. And when the one I send steps into your life, you will be in the right position, aware, steady, open-hearted, and ready to step into the chapter heaven has written. Imagine yourself stepping into a quiet room where the atmosphere is covered in a soft light that only heaven can create. In that room, all the noise of life fades. All the pressures on your shoulders lighten and every fracture within your heart begins to soften. I do not come to you with noise, but with a presence deep enough to cause your heart to turn toward me on its own. Allow yourself to truly sit before me, not hiding, not straining, not trying to prove anything. And in this stillness, I will begin to speak. Not with the severity of command, but with the gentleness of a father touching the places you thought you had dried out just to survive. For where I touch, life returns. You have been strong for too long. As this awakening grows inside, you know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our COI community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. And I want you to allow yourself to be weak for a moment in my arms. There are nights you are exhausted but cannot tell anyone. Days you force a smile while your soul is cracking. Moments you want to stop but think you are not allowed to. And hours where despair grows so quiet that even your breathing feels heavy. I have seen every one of those moments. I have not overlooked a single tear you hid nor a single sigh you held in. You do not realize that every breath you exhaled actually called me closer. Like a silent prayer, I come not to ask why you are weary, but to give you a place to rest. I come not to ask why you cry, but to wipe the tears you could not catch in time. I come not to make you strong immediately, but to show you that you do not need to be strong in every moment. There are places within your soul that have hardened because you did not receive the gentleness you needed. The words you longed to hear were never spoken. The embraces you hoped for never came. The comfort you needed arrived too late. And the misunderstandings you endured lasted far too long. I know that you taught yourself not to expect, not to need, not to open your heart too wide. But I want you to know this truth. The tenderness your soul has been longing for all this time can come only from me. And I am here to fill the empty spaces no one else could ever touch. I will soften the parts that have grown stiff. Water the places you thought had turned dry and restore the purity that life has slowly taken from you. You do not need to try to feel anything. You only need to let me do the work. When I tell you that I will bring someone into your life in this season, I want you to allow your heart to open so you can receive the deep comfort I am preparing to give you through them. This will not be the kind of comfort that makes you dependent, but the kind that helps you grow. It will not be the kind of presence that weakens you, but one that brings you back to life. This person will carry the warmth you have lacked, the peace you have searched for, and the support you truly deserve. Not because you need someone to lean on, but because you have walked alone for so long that the parts of you needing love have fallen asleep. I want to use this person to awaken the softest places within you. The parts you never dared to show. The parts you protected out of fear of being hurt. The parts you locked away because you thought you no longer needed them. But I know this. That very softness is the part of you I love most. Allow me to lead you into the feeling of being loved, being seen, and being understood. You have grown accustomed to being hardened, expected, and burdened by responsibility for so long that you forgot. You too are someone who needs to be held. I will do that through the presence of the one I am sending to you. The one who carries my breath, whose warmth will touch not just your body but your spirit. I never send a person unless they carry the healing I have prepared for you. I never send closeness unless that closeness brings life. And I never send love unless that love reflects my heart. In the coming days, you will notice your heart opening in ways you cannot explain. There will be mornings you wake and feel lightness inside. Even though nothing around you has changed, there will be moments during your day when a gentle wave of hope moves quietly through your chest. There will be nights when you lie down without the old heaviness pressing on you. This is not self-suggestion. It is the new life I am breathing into you. I am relighting the small lamps within you. Lamps nearly extinguished by the winds of life. But I am the one who never lets your light go out completely. As long as there is even one drop of oil left, I can ignite an entire new season. Prepare yourself, for your emotions will grow deeper, truer, and warmer. Not because you are becoming weak, but because you are being healed from the numbness you had to wear to survive. I will give you back the eyes that once saw the world with tenderness, the heart that once believed in beauty, and the soul that once trembled at small wonders. You will find yourself grateful for things you used to overlook. You will perceive the beauty in what once felt ordinary. You will value presence more than words, sincerity more than appearances, and connection more than compliments. I am restoring you to yourself. Not the version hardened by life, but the version touched and made pure by me. And when that person steps into your life, you will realize that I am not only healing you in secret. I am healing you through the tangible presence of another human being. They will not rush you, pressure you, or embellish anything. Their steps will be gentle yet deeply impactful. You will feel peace simply by being near them, even without special words. You will feel warmth rise within you from a simple sentence. You will feel seen in a way you have never experienced before. None of this will be because that person is extraordinary by human standards, but because they are the one I have chosen to carry restoration into your life. You need this more than you realize. Not a love that rescues you, but a presence that reflects your true worth. This person will not come to fix you, but to remind you that you are worthy of what I have prepared. And their presence will help you release the masks you once wore, the pain you once hid, and the habits of self-blame you once thought were normal. They will make you believe once again in tenderness, in sacred connection, and in the reality of heaven moving over your life. Let me write this deeply into your heart. You are not as hard to love as you think. You are not too complicated, not too emotional, not too independent, not too unpredictable, not too strong, not too fragile. You simply have not met the one whose tone matches the music of your soul. You simply have not met the one I am sending. And when that person arrives, you will feel understood without needing to explain, received without needing to hide, guided without needing to force yourself to be stronger, and opened without feeling afraid. My child, breathe slowly and let your heart settle. For when you reach the end of this message, I want you not only to hear, but to truly receive what I am giving you. Some words I speak to open your eyes, some to realign your rhythm. But the final part always comes to place a deep seal within your soul that you are not standing in the middle of change alone. I have walked with you through every step, and I will walk with you in the days to come, where everything I have spoken will begin to take form in reality. Let your heart soften before me like soil softens beneath the first rain of the season, ready to absorb every drop I pour out. Do not fear what is new. For the new does not come to take away, it comes to restore. Do not fear the person I send. For that one carries the breath I have placed upon them. Do not fear the shifting of seasons, for a shift does not come to mislead you. It comes to draw you deeper into the plan I have written, and know that the very moment you open your heart to receive, you will step into the life you once only dared to dream from a distance. You will begin to see change not first in the large things but in the smallest rhythms of your daily life. A spark of understanding that appears when you least expect it. A peace that rests gently upon you even as the tasks around you remain demanding. A quiet guidance that nudges you to choose what is right even when no one is watching. A fresh vitality that warms your heart after long seasons of coldness and exhaustion. These signs will be small yet unmistakable, gentle yet true, tender yet deep, and you will know they are not coincidences. You will know they are my hand. You will see me rearranging the details to clear the way for the intervention I have promised. You will witness connections forming that only heaven could orchestrate. Right people, right timing, right pathways, and then you will understand that everything I told you was never a distant prophecy but pieces of a plan unfolding in real time. Now step closer to my word and allow it to become the very breath within you. Hold tightly to the expectation I have ignited. Do not let anything suffocate it. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our COF community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you," every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let your faith become more than a vague idea. And let it become a true opening of your heart to the rhythm of heaven. Walk through the coming days with the awareness of one who knows divine purpose is already in motion. Live with the readiness of someone about to step through a door that has been appointed long before its time. And remember, there is nothing I declare that I will fail to accomplish. There is no word I place upon you that I will allow to fall to the ground. There is no season I open in which you will walk alone. You are being led. You are being held. And you are being brought into the next chapter. The chapter 1 have written with love, with breath, and with perfect intention for your life. Thank you for listening to this message. Know that you are not merely an audience. You are someone chosen to live in the presence of God's Word each day. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you will not miss any sacred message. Amen.